Cauliflower is one of those vegetables that's a little bit overlooked. I'm Susan Bowerman, registered dietitian, and today we're going to talk about some reasons why you should be eating a little bit more cauliflower. You know, cauliflower has many of the same health benefits as broccoli, kale, and cabbage because it's in the same family. It gets its odor from sulfur compounds called glucosinolates, which have anti-inflammatory properties. And one serving of cauliflower gives you nearly all your day's vitamin C, and it's a good source of vitamin K. When you go to the supermarket to select your cauliflower, the first thing you want to look for is a nice firm head. It should be nice and tight. You shouldn't see a lot of gaps in between. And the other thing is turn it over and look at the leaves. They should be nice and green and look fresh. And this cut part at the bottom should also look nice and fresh. The problem people have with cauliflower is it's very stiff and people just don't quite know what to do with it. And if you just start chopping it up, it's just going to make a big mess. So let me show you a quick way to cut your cauliflower. The first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to turn it over and you're just going to start cutting away the leaves individually. And the reason you're doing this is because it's going to give you a chance to kind of reveal those florets, and it's going to be much, much easier than if you just start chopping away. So I'm just gonna go all the way around my cauliflower here, removing the leaves. Do this carefully. And then the last thing, once you've got all of these leaves taken off, is then you've got the stem part here that you're gonna wanna cut. So I'm just gonna take my knife, kind of cut around like that, and pull that stem out. And once you do that, it's very easy to see where the florets are, and you can just start pulling them out by hand, and you can just break them off just like that. Now, what you'll find is, as you do this, is that some of your florets are going to be large and some of them are going to be small, like that one. So for the bigger ones, if you want to, you can just take your knife and you can cut them in half like that, so that things are sort of a uniform size. And then once you've done that, they're ready to cook. Now you can do a number of things with cauliflower. A lot of people just have experience eating them raw. You can steam them. The other thing you can do, if you have a jar of pickles at home and you have some left over, throw them in the pickle jar. They taste great. My favorite way is to roast them. I just take the florets, toss them with a little bit of oil and garlic, and put them in a very hot oven for about 20 minutes. Makes them very tender, and they just start to brown. Let me show you one other thing you can do that's kind of unusual with cauliflower. I'm going to scoot these out of the way for a minute. There's another method for cutting a cauliflower into a steak. So I've taken my cauliflower and I've removed all of the leaves, but I've left it intact. And to make a cauliflower steak, you're going to cut a large piece right out of the center. I'm going to make mine about an inch thick. You're probably wondering, why would you make a steak out of cauliflower? But if you cut it like this into a nice thick slice, particularly for people who are vegetarian, you get this nice sort of fillet. And what you can do with this is, again, you can drizzle this with a little oil and you can brown it on both sides in a pan, or you can steam it. And some people will just use this almost like an entree, and it's great. So I hope this has convinced you to give cauliflower a try.